Body shaming in gymnastics is an unfortunate reality, even for some of the sport's most celebrated athletes. In a sport where strength and precision are paramount, gymnasts face not only the pressure to perform, but also to conform to narrow and harmful beauty standards. The following gymnasts have faced body shaming head-on and emerged as powerful advocates for self-acceptance and body positivity. Number 3. Caitlyn Ohashi. From a young age, Caitlyn Ohashi was thrust into the limelight, representing the U.S. national team and enduring grueling training sessions. But behind her incredible talent and joyful routines lay a dark reality: years of body shaming and self-doubt. At just 12 years old, while her peers were enjoying childhood, Ohashi was training 36 hours a week, striving to meet the expectations placed upon her by coaches, fans, and even herself. The criticism began when she was barely 13, weighing less than 70 pounds. Coaches and team staff bombarded her with cruel remarks, saying she looked like she had swallowed an elephant or was too fat to lift off the ground. The pressure intensified as she was forced to run and condition in heavy sweats until her appearance was deemed acceptable for practice. Even more distressing, she was asked to sign a contract that would restrict her from training if she didn't lose weight.
But then it was like we were also so young, we make little games out of it, like just like sick games, like, oh, let's see who can eat the least amount of calories, like 500 minimal, like maximum. It was pretty bad. Yeah, we'd go in and like measure our legs and then let's stop eating if we couldn't get it around.
Ohashi's struggles followed her home, where she felt judged even by her family. Despite her mother's focus on healthy eating and organic food, Ohashi's experiences made her feel isolated. The pressure to conform to the ideal gymnast body led her to measure her thighs daily and skip meals, convinced that her performance was tied to her weight. Her desperation spiraled into disordered eating behaviors, including bulimia, as she sought any means to maintain her body size.
In the journey, in the process of everything, and I have found that in my life. Like, I'm happy where I'm at and I do things that fill my soul. I think it feels good when you learn what makes you happy.
Yeah. So one thing I want to ask is, you mentioned...
Despite these challenges, Ohashi's talent shone through. She achieved numerous accolades during her time at UCLA, including 11 career perfect 10s and recognition as Pac-12 Specialist of the Year. However, her journey was not just about winning titles. It was about reclaiming her body and redefining beauty on her own terms. Through poetry, advocacy, and public speaking, Ohashi has become a vocal advocate for body positivity and mental health in the gymnastics community. In a candid interview, Ohashi recalled how she was once told it was embarrassing how big she had become after returning from an injury. Her story gained widespread attention, particularly after a viral routine in 2019 that reminded the world that gymnastics can be both powerful and joyful, without conforming to rigid body standards.
What is your last move? What is the last move that you do? That last thing that you, what do you always end with? You always, ow!
Oh my God, I kicked her at the same time.
Everybody's bodies are different, and there's not a single body that is the perfect body, Ohashi now affirms. Her transformation from a body-shamed teen to a confident and empowered woman is a powerful reminder that true strength lies in embracing oneself. Number 2. Jordan Shiles. Jordan Shiles, an Olympic silver medalist and a fierce competitor in the gymnastics world, knows all too well the pressures and unrealistic expectations placed on athletes. Her journey has been marked by triumphs, but also by struggles, particularly with body shaming and its impact on her relationship with food. Early in her gymnastics career, Shiles was subjected to harmful dietary restrictions imposed by a former coach who shamed her into thinking she needed to drastically limit her calorie intake. Despite having an incredibly fit physique with abs for days, Shiles was told that the foods she enjoyed were holding her back from achieving her Olympic dreams. The coach's damaging advice included pushing her to consume no more than 800 calories a day and eat only clear-based soups, setting the stage for an unhealthy relationship with food.
Okay, like, I can talk about this. There's been friends, well, used to be friends, ex-friends now, who came at me and said, she never did this, da-da-da, and I was like, you can protect her all you want, but at the end of
Reflecting on that time, Shiles admits, The truth is, I developed a very unhealthy relationship with food because of that. It wasn't until she left that toxic environment that she was able to heal and regain control over her nutrition. Once she began fueling her body properly, she noticed significant improvements in her performance. When I moved away from that toxic encouragement and ate what I wanted, my body responded more. My body needed fuel, she shares, emphasizing the importance of proper nutrition for high-level athletes who train over 30 hours a week.
I was body shamed to an extent to where I look at pictures now and I say, wow, I was told I looked like a sack of potatoes when I was literally looked like a twig.
Giles now follows a balanced approach to eating. While she typically tries to maintain a clean diet, she no longer denies herself foods she loves. If I want pizza, I eat pizza, she says confidently. This healthier mindset has allowed Giles to focus on her goals as she prepared for the 2024 Paris Olympics. Unlike her first Olympic experience in Tokyo, where she felt immense pressure to prove herself, Giles prepared for Paris 2024 with a sense of calm and self-assurance. I am already an Olympian and world champion, and those titles can't be taken away from me. That history has been written, she says.
Do y'all see this? This is amazing.
You can put it on if you want.
She said I could put it on if I want. Y'all can't tell me nothing now.
Her confidence now comes from within, as she acknowledges that she has nothing to prove to anyone. Giles also attributes much of her strength to the unwavering support of her parents. Her mother, Gina, has been her biggest supporter, helping her maintain a sense of ownership over her dreams. She helped me to remember that my dream was mine and mine alone, Giles notes. Her father, Timothy, is her source of comfort in the most challenging moments. The emotional connection with her parents has provided her with a solid foundation, allowing her to push forward with resilience and determination. Number 1. Simone Biles. In her memoir, Courage to Soar, Biles opens up about her experiences with body shaming. During a 2013 competition, when she wasn't performing to her usual high standard, she overheard a coach making a hurtful remark. You know why she crashed? Because she's too fat, that's why. How does she expect to compete like that? The comment left Biles devastated. I dismissed myself from the floor so nobody could see me, and I walked to the back behind the curtains and I was crying, she recalled in an interview on the Today Show.
No 15-year-old girl wants to hear that they're fat, especially in a sport where we only wear like half of our clothes.
Rather than letting the criticism defeat her, Biles drew strength from the experience. Encouraged by a pep talk from Martha Caroli, the then USA Gymnastics national team coordinator, Biles returned to the gym determined to work even harder. Biles later revealed that all her teammates from the 2016 Olympic team, known as the Final Five, have faced similar instances of body shaming. Despite this, they proved that women of different body types can dominate in a sport that often has rigid and narrow ideals. It's hard growing up in a sport where you compete with very little clothing on your body, and everyone is staring at your body no matter how good you are, Biles said. People will always say you don't look good enough.
Super embarrassed about my body, so I would always wear jackets. I would never really dress.
The 5-time world all-around champion and 4-time Olympic gold medalist has used her platform to challenge these harmful standards. On Instagram, Biles addressed the scrutiny she faces. In gymnastics, as in many other professions, there is a growing competition that has nothing to do with performance itself. I'm talking about beauty. I don't know why, but others feel as though they can define your own beauty based on their standards.
There have been phases where I feel like since I'm short, my muscle just stays stacked and compacted, and I wish I was a little bit taller to lean it out, but then I'm like, you know what, God gave me this body for a reason.
As part of skincare brand Esque's No Competition campaign, Biles spoke out against the toxic culture of body criticism. She is determined to move past the negativity. Today, I say I am done competing versus beauty standards and the toxic culture of trolling when others feel as though their expectations are not met. Nobody should tell you or I what beauty should or should not look like. She credits her 2016 teammate Aly Raisman with helping her embrace her body and build confidence. Aly Raisman helped me a lot with my body confidence issues and helped me learn to love how I look, Biles shared. She's taught me a lot along the way, but most of the time it's just the same message. Love yourself.